Okay, hey, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today's the 10th, and I'm trying something new. I've got this microphone. I'm just putting it in my pocket because you can see it's a little bit windy. We had probably over an inch of rain last night. So this time of year, when that happens, I come out to check my mushrooms first thing because I usually have eggs for breakfast every morning, and if I can find some good mushrooms out here, my wife will cut them up and make an omelet with them, and I'll be happy. Okay, so these here are my old logs. They got to be 5 years old. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to keep these logs until they just break apart, you know? They're not taking up too much space. And here we have the fruit of the log. That's a shiitake right there. That one's a little misshapen, but you want them before they split on the edges. So that's a good one right there. And then right here there's another one. And you can see that one's starting to split a little bit, but still okay. And you look underneath, a lot of times there's little critters running around in there. And what we do is just take them in the house and make a little salt water bath and swish them around in there, and all those little critters come to the top and you can just rinse them out. But oh boy, I got a lot more started here. You can see on this log they're just starting. See these buds? So they go fast. They really grow fast. Now, because of the rain last night, that was sort of like a forced fruiting. That's what wakes up the fungi, and it says time to fruit here. So I got two of them. Well, that's not bad. Oh, here's another one. These are some logs that are on the ground. Ooh, here's a nice one. Sometimes you got to take them off with a knife. Oh, that's a beauty. And they get bigger than this. As time goes on, they'll get much bigger than this. Sometimes they're as big as your hand. And it's really exciting when you come out and the logs are just covered with them. And I'll usually take my knife out and start just clipping them off. And now, I did talk about the dehydrator yesterday that I'm putting together, or maybe that was a couple of days ago. I think the video just came out yesterday. The way that works is I just make the videos, I put them on private, and Jill sorts them out, and she's the one that puts, if she doesn't like the title that I put on there, then she puts her own on. Whoa, here's a beauty hiding here. Oh, check this out. Check this one out. Look at it. Oh, that's a beauty. Now, I know for a fact that wasn't here last night. That is just a beauty. You know, right there, that's enough for a really nice omelet. And the flavor on them is way different than if you were to wait a week and then come get them from me. Way different. They're much more full flavor, and I mean, you want to eat them. You definitely want to eat them once you start eating them. About the dehydrator, somebody said something about you need more shelves on it. It's got probably 20 shelves. I just didn't have them in when I was showing it. And somebody else said I wouldn't paint those because the wood has a natural antibacterial, and that is true. That woke up a memory in me having read that. So I guess what we'll just do is we'll clean them real good. We'll change out the the hardware cloth on there because it is a little bit poopy. You know, that thing hasn't been used since we've had it, and we've had it for 14 years. So we'll change out the hardware cloth, and or maybe find something like cookie racks that we could put stuff on, just sit them on top of that. What's a little chicken poop? But when I get a big fruiting, a huge fruiting, you know, like let's say I had something 4 times as big as this and it's just full, you got to do something with them. You eat your share of them, and then I got to change hands, my arm's getting, and then you got to do something with them. So that's part of this homesteading deal, is when you get a flush of something, what do you do with it? And I think that the way this will shape up was that Jill will handle a lot of that stuff, because a lot of that information really needs to be disseminated as well. Because growing the stuff, that seems to be my department, but getting it preserved and prepped for the table, that is Jill's department. So she's agreed to do some of those videos. People say that they like her voice. I like it pretty good. And we have some ideas as far as moving this whole thing forward and helping people get their farming on. Okay, Smart for Bakers and Acres. Have a nice day.